Hello, everybody. This is the last installment of the Walking Dead podcast for a little while. Kind of want to rejoice.
Yes.
Talking about the MidSeason Finale called Coda. I'm Aaron with River and Pat. What's up?
Heyo.
Howdy, folks.
Whew, this episode couldn't come quick enough. I'm gonna try and have happy thoughts during this because I don't know. I'm not exactly in a very good mood right now when I think about The Walking Dead, and when I talk about Walking Dead, I just get rage. I just want to kill somebody. It's not helping the mood. But I don't know.
Overall feel of the episode, what do you got?
Overall, I mean, like a mid-season finale, it wasn't like the worst episode in the world. It was engaging enough. I found out about the big Beth getting killed thing. I mean, we all know someone's going to die in a mid-season finale. It just kind of is the way it is. I didn't like the way she died. I thought it was really anticlimactic. Yeah. I thought it was kind of pointless. Like, why? She didn't have to die. I thought it was totally avoidable. I get it. They were going to trade Everybody Loves Chris, and she had a problem with that, even though he's willingly going to go. I just think that Rick could have had a stand down with the one chick, and I'm pretty sure everybody behind her didn't even give a shit about her anyway. I'm pretty sure they could have worked that out a different way. I don't know. And why did she stab her in the neck or something?
Yeah,
she should have stabbed her. They should have at least given her the satisfaction of killing her and giving us the satisfaction of watching Dawn bleed out in front of everybody.
Yes.
I mean, even killing Beth, it could have been a reactionary thing, which she had holstered her weapon, but she shot her with her from the right side, so that means she had to pull her weapon. I'm not even going to get into that just because it's even just too retarded to even continue. But she stabbed her in the shoulder. I mean, Beth's been doing this long enough, and she's faced enough zombies at this point where she knows that stabbing Dawn in the meat of the shoulder right there is not really going to do too terribly much,
especially with a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah,
and not to mention,
could have easily stabbed her right in the neck, and then that would have been like the second coolest thing that happened in the episode.
She stabbed enough zombies in the temple. Like, just stab her in the temple. That would have did it. Or she'd be, eating out of a straw for the rest of her life, whatever. And the thing kills me is I was under the impression that it was premeditated. She puts the little scissors in her little, cast. She wanted to do something like that. She was prepared to do something like that. So it was just dumb. It just seemed like they killed her off for the sake of killing her off because it was a mid-season finale, because it could have been avoided. It was totally dumb.
Yeah, but I'm glad they killed her off, though.
Well, I would have rather had some other people die over her, but
I thought it was honestly kind of just like had this super random feel to it. So I kind of liked it just because, we kind of always gripe about how we wish it was like the first two seasons where just kind of anybody could die at any moment. Mm-hmm. So I kind of dug that, but at the same time, it just kind of it's almost like a certain version of Stockholm Syndrome, to where all the crap that the predictability of The Walking Dead has almost kind of become comforting. So I don't really know quite how to feel. I wish more people died, honestly, instead of just Beth and Dawn. But
they could have got rid of Everybody Loves Chris as well. But
I thought about, what if they killed more than one person, and I just don't know if they would do that, because I don't know, if you kill Beth and then you immediately kill somebody else, that's another minute that people forget about Beth. I mean, they want to milk it, and it would have tainted the whole emotional aspect of that whole last scene of Beth, because she would have probably outshone.
Oh, you mean when Maggie finally remembers she has a sister?
I don't understand. Yeah, that was the dumbest thing in the world. The whole thing is confusing to me. She
hasn't said word fucking one this entire season about Beth until the last episode.
She's like, oh my god, she's alive?
Yeah.
What? Yes.
What?
So that tells us that she's just under the impression that she was dead, and we totally missed that mourning process. If that was the case, I don't know what's going on anymore. I thought that was BS. And
I just think they got too big for their britches when it came to writing all the different storylines they wanted to do, because not word one was said again about she was freely going to go to Washington with Abraham. Not a thing was said about it. What about Beth? Beth's still missing. They didn't. I didn't hear anybody say that they've just presumed Beth was dead.
No.
I mean, Norman Reedus, especially after Norman Reedus came back, and even then still, he saw her get nabbed beforehand, so you think it might have gotten brought up.
I don't know. I do think it's cool that Norman Reedus shot Dawn in the head. I like how at least if she was dumb enough to not finish the job, at least he finished the job. And I was kind of hoping maybe we at least get a bloodbath out of the deal, but we didn't get a bloodbath.
I think Rick should have opened it up, man.
Everybody's
everybody.
like, wait, man, we're sorry. That was kind of her thing. Oh, we surrender. And then he's just like, all right, anybody wants to come with us? I don't know. Give me a bloodbath.
Rick had the best kill in the episode, though, at the very beginning.
That was the best part of the episode.
Oh, hands down. Shooting him in the head and telling him to shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
That's the type of Rick I want to see, and that's the type of episode I was hoping for. I was so excited after I saw that, and then it went downhill.
See, the thing of it is with all this other crap that we keep bitching about, the one thing that's holding strong and steadfast and being kind of awesome is Rick. So I hope they're just like setting this all up towards the actual absolute season finale, that Rick just gets to murder a whole bunch of people.
Yes. Hopefully people in his group too.
Well, and like you guys were saying,
shut the fuck up, Glenn.
Yeah.
Like you guys were saying, the beginning of this episode, the whole shut up line, I thought that was signifying, all right, maybe he's finally just to the dark side now. Yes. He is totally Darth Vader, and because I want that to happen eventually. I'm tired of the teeter-totter, him balancing. I just want him to totally turn and go and stay there or whatever. And he needs to kill fucking Gabriel. I hate that character. I'm really, really getting annoyed with this character because it's official. He has no purpose. I thought if he had some kind of ulterior motive, it would be cool. But the time has passed for that. He doesn't clearly, and I don't understand him.
Which one's Gabriel again?
The father, the priest.
Oh, okay.
He's just dumb. I don't understand it.
Are we ever going to find out what's really kind of going on, or is it just he's just a wiener and can't just all he does is just cause trouble?
I think he's a wiener. If he had ulterior motives, it would have all went down before the whole letting the zombie horde in, Michonne, all that stuff. He was clearly a puss.
We would have found more out. And either that or him letting the zombie horde in, he would have found some way to screw them over and get out.
Well, you heard him saying when he was beating down the door, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with his personal problems in there. It's better than out here. I kind of took that as, all right, this is him coming to terms. He's done doing this shit. He was just being a weenie, like you said. That's pretty much sums up his character. I don't know. It's just.
And what about the mad scientist that's still passed out in the back of the fire truck?
Like I said, he's got Wolverine abilities to have no blemishes on his face.
He looked fantastic after getting his ass whooped.
Yes.
He would have been swollen. He would have been black and blue. He would have been able to open his eyes. It's just.
Was he in a coma or something, or what?
He's been knocked out a long time. They drove all the way back. Yeah, I mean,
he's probably got like severe internal bleeding in his brain. They should probably get him to that hospital thing.
Yeah. What else, man?
A lot of filler. A lot of filler with Beth and the.
The connection of bringing Abraham back to the fold, so the actual group, finally, as we kind of touched upon, finally leading up to the group, fully reuniting, obviously to mourn the loss of Beth in the end, but the entire group is back together again.
It was dumb because it's pointless. Nobody got anywhere, and they ended up right back where they started.
One person's dead.
And one person's dead. It's just like we had four or five, however many episodes that were just kind of drug out and they were pointless. And at least Michonne got to use her sword, I guess, for like 2 seconds. She was kind of Michonne for a second. I don't know. Morgan, I guess that's good, but I don't give a shit anymore. I don't even care about him.
Who cares?
What's the point I mean, if you're going to cut a season into this, like a season into halves like this, you kind of have to give us at least one more scene with him before the mid-season finale.
No, well, they did. You saw that scene, right?
No, I didn't.
After the credits, there's like a whole minute-long scene with Morgan again. And basically, he makes his way to the church. And they're not in the church at the moment. And he's just kind of rifling around. He's
leaves his offerings.
Yeah, he leaves his offerings, and then he finds the note that Seamus left for Rick, saying, sorry I was such an asshole. The future needs Rick Grimes, and it triggered, in his head, Rick Grimes. I know that guy, and that's where it ended.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So, but it's just
at this point, who gives a shit? Nobody even knows who Morgan is. Most of these people, because they never even watched the first season.
Oh, I disagree. These people binge watch the show, man. These people are hardcore. People are you? Do you not listen to the people that comments on us, dude? They're way
No, I'm
more
just saying the casual fans. My old lady's like, "Who the hell is that?" I'm like,
They're way,
"It's
dude.
Morgan from the first season."
It blows me away how attentive to details people are that we miss. You know, I mean, they're just insane. People pick apart this show like they don't have anything else going on in their lives.
Yeah, there's like forum posts about the art on the walls and like books and bookcases and shit like that.
The big news about Norman Reedus' sexuality in the show. That's so fucking stupid.
There's
All
always
over
going to
Facebook.
What is he a gay boy or something?
No, they're thinking he's gay, but then they talk to the writers and he's straight.
Yeah, they announced it. Robert Kirkman.
So
That is so stupid. He's like, but we are introducing a predominantly gay character in the next season, half season. Like, great, more drama.
Don't they already have one? I mean, Tara's gay, isn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe that means Tara's gonna die.
At least it'll give Carl somebody to play with.
I don't know. Carl.
Yeah, maybe Carl will come out of the closet, and then we'll have a whole episode of Rick being disappointed in Carl,
killing everybody because his son is gay.
Not that there's anything with being gay, folks,
No,
but just that's how a small town rural Georgia cop would probably react to it.
The debut episode.
He doesn't care that people are dead all around. My son's a queer, and he just can't have that.
The episode will be entitled "That Boy Ain't Right." No, that boy ain't right.
That boy just ain't right.
God. I don't know.
Let's treat him like Old Yeller.
I just think it's officially. It's overstayed its welcome. I just don't care anymore. It's gone on too far. It'll probably go on 2 more seasons. I remember last season the season before, I thought 5 was going to be the cap off, but it's probably going to go on 2 more, and it's dead. It's beat dead. I'm tired of these little monologues. They're finally getting to me because they're so unrealistic. Like they keep cutting and cutting. Then all of a sudden we got Sasha and her brother on the rooftop. It wasn't your fault. Oh, like who fucking talks like that?
Yeah.
Who's really having those little monologues with each other? I don't know.
Is
the whole
worst season yet? Would you put it up there, Aaron?
Dude, I mean, it started off so promising. The first 3 episodes were good, and the last couple of season 4 were great. And yeah, it's just become. I don't know if it's the worst season or if it's just overstayed its welcome. I think I'm just tired of it. Not in I don't know.
It's seemingly run its course. And the fact that they started splitting the season so early in the course of the show, I think has kind of contributed to that. I think with a lot of AMC shows, they don't do that until like the second to last season or the very last season, obviously taking a cue from The Sopranos. But when The Sopranos did it, is because they couldn't think of how the fuck they were going to end it. Breaking Bad did it. Mad Men's doing it. A lot of that stuff. And what that kind of does, I think, especially to the dorks like us, it just kind of, it's an out of sight, out of mind type thing to where you forget so much of what's going on. You just don't care by the time it comes back around. So here's another 6-7 episodes for it to kind of run its course. And we kind of just shrug our shoulders and just move on basically into another episode, into another season, and so on repeatedly until now we're going to have the spinoff. And can't wait to talk about that.
That's a perfect way to put it, Pat. I agree 100% with you on that.
I just think that starting, because they've done this since the 2nd season. Mm-hmm. That splitting it up like that, it just, I mean, obviously it's the anticipation factor, milking every dollar they can out of it. But these episodes are already in the can. Yeah. What's the point? I understand to have content for Sweeps Week, but even then, I don't even think it would actually even make it to Sweeps Week in May.
It makes you forgive them for all the turd episodes they have in the seasons, because by the next season you're like, you don't even think about that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I almost got to kind of think, but it harkens back to the original argument that we keep bringing up, is this was meant for binge watching, and that's kind of why the episodes aren't as poignant, I guess, when it comes to watching them from week to week. It just seems bothersome after a while, really.
And it's just, I know I'm bothered by this fucking podcast. I said it. I'm tired of this. This is bullshit. Some people got jobs and finals to do. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Got a full-scale mutiny on our hands, folks.
I don't know, man.
It's funny. We're all
I literally woke up early in the morning, extra early on top of the already early hour I had to wake up to watch this episode. And I just and so to be fair, it's kind of got that against it. I've already kind of got it out for it. So, you know, it's not like I can't allow myself to look forward to it anymore when it's kind of a burden in my life right now.
But at the same time, we sit here now because it is called a finale, but it is a mid-season finale. So in the context of the season, it is only halfway through. So they have to give us something, but they can't give us too much because they still have a full season finale that they have to get to in whenever that would be, the end of April, whenever the last episode would air the actual season. So it just it gives the sense that they're dragging this out, and I think it just kind of exasperates the whole thing. Just makes it so much more just tiring and just get it over with already.
I don't understand why people are still eating it up. That's what I want to know. I mean, I know there's hardcores out there, but what makes them want to come back after all these crap episodes?
I don't even understand, because the character development and writing isn't even that well done. So I just, as far as the mass appeal to it, I don't know. I honestly don't quite understand it, but it's, you know, we say it every week. It's huge.
I'm starting to miss even some of those season 3 episodes to where there's a heavy emphasis on just the relationship between Carl and Rick, the father-son thing. That was, I mean, you're right. There's no development anymore. These characters are just, every now and again, every 5 episodes, Rick crazy, and he'll just kind of just murder a whole bunch of people, which is cool. But or it just seems characters are spinning their wheels, doing the same exact thing that they were either dealing with in previous episodes, or making the exact same mistakes, or the character development is a season and a half too late. And that's literally all they got. You know, what else? What have we found out other than Abraham's nuts and Eugene's not a scientist, and Sasha feels really bad about Bob, and that's about it.
Well,
Tyrese all of a sudden is fucking Buddha too. So
yes, yeah. Well, and the characters they kill off really don't make any sense, because after they killed off Herschel, I think that's where that character development really took a nosedive, because he was the one, I think, kind of like holding everything together. He was
the moral compass, so they kind of have to continue to walk that line between moral ambiguity and, you know, actually taking a stance with regards to which side is, you know, what is good, what is bad in this environment and in this world anymore. And I think, again, with Rick, I think they've taken really good steps and kind of really straddling that line. But when it comes to the rest of them, especially Tyrese, all the talks he's had with, you know, Sasha and other characters, it just seems to just kind of just get lost on me. And I don't remember anything specifically profound or take away anything from it, you know, in the course of the dialogue that is going to perpetuate anything, or really, you know, I don't see any characters benefiting from any of the things that Tyrese said.
No.
You know, I don't get it anymore.
I just want to know what the end game is. Like, I want to know what's going to happen at the end of the second half. I want to know what Morgan has to do with it. I want to know if they're just going to get to DC. I just want to know when the show's going to end. I mean, I don't know. Even by the end of this season, by the end of the wrap up on this one, I want to kind of have a clear idea of where the next season's going to go and potentially the end of the series. I'm tired of it. I mean, I don't know. It's stupid. You can't predict. You can't even begin to predict or have fun talking about the show anymore, because like it's just so stupid and cliche, and everything's stock. It's like this season's not going to be anything like the next season. Well, they're going to be formatted the same, but like, the next one they're going to be trapped in a fucking circus tent. I don't know. It's just dumb.
It's going to be a season they're going to get to somewhere, and they're going to be trapped there, because we've had almost 2 full seasons of them wandering around.
They're going to be in a mall next, like in Dawn of the Dead.
Where's the end game?
That would actually probably be entertaining.
Yeah.
I just want watching Carl kill people at the Sharper Image and stuff.
Yes.
I just, when's the last time they don't take chances anymore? Nothing's shocking anymore. There hasn't been a single death that was as kind of shockingly cool and surprising as the second season with what's Shane.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, honestly, when that happened, I was shocked. I'm like, whoa, they took this guy out of the game kind of early, and it was shocking. It's not been like that since. Beth was kind of expected. You could have made a guess on that
one. We called last week, didn't we? It was
I
gonna
don't
be either
think
Beth or Everybody Loves Chris.
I don't think anybody said. I didn't say Beth. I don't know. One of you guys said Beth.
We were talking about it, and I said I'd rather her not go, and Todd wanted her to go.
Todd wants everybody to die.
Well, there's other people I'd rather go, but I just, they're just going to play it safe. We drudge along, and if they do kill somebody, they're killing pointless characters. It's the whole marketing thing, like, oh yeah, tune in for this episode. Main player will die, and it's the guy that was introduced 2 episodes ago that's had 2 lines, and I'm tired of it. Bob's not shocking. If Gabriel dies, that's not shocking. He said 2 things over the course of 8 episodes. None of that's shocking. Like, up and kill Daryl and cause a shitstorm. Well, that would be interesting.
And I think I was watching The Talking Dead for like 5 minutes. I think they were talking like Kirkman or something, and he made the whole Beths Death like sound like it was like, oh my god, it's such a big thing. We killed off like a main character. It's like she was still a secondary character. We knew a little bit about Beth. But
she barely spoke up until about half a season and a half ago, and even then, still, for the better part that she was in the prison, she was more or less just taking care of Judith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Providing the soundtrack.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, still, I get once the producers found out she could sing, that's the only reason she started getting more lines.
I don't know, man, and. It hurts my head. It all hurts my head so much. I just. What's the predictions for the big return?
Fuck! I'm gonna guarantee we spend 2 whole episodes on Rick and the group dealing with Eugene.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know. I think this show, isn't it? Aren't they about due for another restaffing? Don't they change showrunners every year? And this same guy's been in charge for like 2 seasons now. They need to get somebody else on board now. Fire that guy like they like to do, and let's go back to the basics. Like, just please follow Rick. Keep the group together. I want to follow one character and what surrounds that character.
They're not going to do that.
They should.
They should.
Like I said. Give me Rick. I'll take the father-son thing. People that are dealing with Rick. Give me the problem. It can involve other people, but just keep some consistency. And obviously, Daryl could be a good character, but he's a shit character. I don't know why they're not capitalizing on him. Rick is a good character. It's like, and he's the only character that no one's had I guess Daryl's kind of had a bit of a range, but no one's grown and changed over the course of the show like Rick. Let's capitalize on that, for God's sakes.
What's going to be the next Rick showdown? Because
I don't know. He's going to do a showdown.
We don't have a villain on the rise now.
Morgan, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, but I don't see him having a showdown with Morgan. Morgan just can't.
He's a recluse. Yeah.
Well, but at the same time, Rick helped saved him. I mean, he's carrying around that gear for.
I think Morgan. He looks, just by the look on his face, he looks like he's got his stuff together again.
Yeah.
I mean,
he looks determined.
Yeah, because he was gone the last time we saw him, so he'll probably end up good. Let him join the team. Kill off half of them and just give us a core group for the rest of the series. Give us Daryl if you're too afraid to kill him, whatever. And give us Rick. Give us Morgan. And everybody else can die. I don't know. Michonne's not serving a purpose. Carl's not serving a purpose. That would be shocking enough.
Judith's not serving a purpose.
The core group is pretty big, and it almost a few more people have to die by the end of the season. It just has to happen.
Wasn't it funny how Judith was on Michonne's back when she's swinging that axe against the door?
Yeah, no shit. That wouldn't scare the hell out of her.
I know, and she was just sitting there all quiet.
I don't know. Well, the premieres are never as good as the finales, so I don't have a whole lot of hope for the premiere. It's probably going to be a lot like you said. There's obviously stuff that's left over. They have to deal with the Eugene thing.
It's a middle of a season episode, so don't expect any spectacular fireworks or anything like that. And we've got a lot coming to a head from the previous episode in February. So we got a lot of shit that we're going to have to deal with and talk about.
I don't know if Rick is. He like I said, it's a teeter-totter, man. If that last scene would have turned into an all guns blazing just bloodbath, then I would be kind of intrigued, because it's like, all right, Rick's finally on the dark side, and he's gonna shove that giant Joker gun up Eugene's ass and take it out on him for some reason. But now he's back to, I'm wholesome Rick. You guys can come with me. So it's just, I don't know I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not excited for it. I do hope maybe they will. Maybe people like Daryl, who are all upset over Beth's death, even though I don't think Eugene's directly responsible for any of that. Maybe they'll just beat the shit out of him. Maybe they'll just all beat the shit out of Eugene just for fun.
Maybe Michonne will put the chains around his neck, and he'll be his little zombie walker.
I don't think they ostracize him, though. I think he's made enough of a presence that he'll still be a character around. I think he'll be one of the characters that dies by the end of the season, though.
Me too. And he fits the bill too well. He's like, who kind of introduced him for a season intermittently. He's gonna die. It's whatever, man.
Who cares?
I'm done. Let's just go to ratings on this. River, you go, man.
What I gave the past 4 episodes 4s. I would give 10 minutes of this episode probably about a 7 out of 10, and for the total episode I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Just because it was 10 minutes of actual things that happened that I kind of enjoyed, and then the rest of it was just pure nonsense.
Sasha, it was my fault. It wasn't your fault. Fuck, it was your fault. You're a dumb bitch.
I know.
Like, don't trust anybody. What is your problem? I don't.
Yeah, we've gone over this before.
I don't understand. It is your fault. I know you're your brother and all, but you know what? Be the big brother and tell her she was dumb. She did bad. She did not do good. She gets no cookie for her performance. It was horrible. I mean, so I can't even say the first 10 minutes were good. Pretty much that 1 minute where Rick where Rick ran over that guy in the back of the car. That was 1 minute.
And that's what I'm talking about. That part, and then the whole Beth part dying, getting her head blown off, was actually kind of cool. But other than that,
what's your rating, Pat?
I guess I'll go with 7 on this one. It was as little more entertaining than the past 3 that we've had. Well, by far entertaining than the 2 of the previous 3 that we've had. But again, it's a middle of the season episode of a show that shouldn't be aired week to week. So it is what it is.
And it's funny, we always lay like this, but I was going to be middle of the road. I was going to give it a 6. There's a pissed off part of me that wants to give it a 0 just because I'm just pissed right now. And it's kind of it's not all about The Walking Dead, but I'll give it a 6. And I just think the Beth thing was totally for no reason. It was pointless. It didn't have to happen. It was totally for shock value. It was totally, hey, we have to cater to people. People are expecting a death here. We got to give it to them. It was dumb, and we kind of had Dark Rick back, and I thought I want him to be there for good. He didn't. He's kind of teeter-tottering, and he's annoying me. So 6 is the best I'm going to get. I mean, it's whatever.
Fair enough.
Dumb. Fuck you, Robert Kirkman. I am sick of you.
Maybe by the time February rolls around, we'll be re-energized and ready to go.
I wasn't energized for the first episode of the season, so I'm not going to be energized for the mid-season.
We need to somehow.
Mad Men will be on, so I really won't give that much of a fuck. A TV show I actually like will be on.
We need to see. We need to. Yeah, I didn't see the sneak peek at that. It'd be interesting to see, like, if we can somehow make a compilation, like, podcast with interwoven as time goes on, and how our attitude started, and just how we just slowly become way more hateful, and just.
I was thinking about just putting this on repeat and just like changing the name of the episode, because every week it's the same damn thing and the same damn scores.
You could have did that with this season, yes. For sure. So
pretty much from mid-season finale of last year on.
Yes.
I think the last few episodes of the last season were tops. I mean, they were great, because we got crazy ass Rick for a few episodes straight. It was great. But anyway, let us know, everybody out there, what you guys think. I'm sorry if we come off bitter. Chances are, if you're listening to this, you're not as bitter as us, and you like the you like the show. But maybe that's why, I don't know. Maybe that's why some of you guys give us hate mail. Probably, But whatever. Keep it coming. Let us know why you think we're unfair, and just hit it up on the YouTube channel, the Facebook channel, and obviously the website btmreview.com. And I guess we'll tune in back in February. I don't know the exact date, but we'll be in better spirits. Promise. Smooches. Christmas will do us all good, I guess. Yes. I don't know. But anyway, I'm Aaron.
Riverman.
Pat.
See you guys later.
Good night, Canada.